Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. Make sure you check out my newest sketch of the month. It goes live, registration is open for it, so you can sign up for it. If you have a lot of supplies and you want different ways to use it, this is a great class for you. Today's card uses tasteful touches, specifically the flower, and celebrates sunflowers, and it's the leaf from there. And there's the card. This card was actually inspired by one I saw online, and I can't remember who. So let's get started. All right. First thing I need is a scrap paper, and I need my memento pad, and I'm going to stamp my flower. Like so. Then I'm going to take Mossy Meadow and my leaf, and I'm going to stamp it 3 times. All right. Now we need to do some coloring. I used the Blackberry Bliss blends, and I'm going to start with the light, and I'm going to work in small sections with this, but I'm just going to color this in. Okay, then I'm going to go back over it with the dark, and I'm going to add some dark down here at the bottom. All right. Then I'm going to go back to the light, and I'm going to go over the whole thing to blend it in, like so. Then I'm going to move on to the next section, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take and not talk so I can speed this up. Okay, there you go. And as you can see, I wasn't real precise about it. I just kind of scribbled it in there. Now to do my leaves, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of water and a water brush. And I'm just going to add some water, and I'm not doing a whole lot on here, just enough to kind of bleed that color out. And that's all I did with this, was to just go over it with the water to just kind of bleed it some. It just gives it a little bit of interest. All right, there's that. I'm going to give this a little bit of time to dry because it is wet, and I don't want to use the dye to cut it out till it's dry. So I'll take and cut this one out, and I'm going to cut this one as close as I can to the edge. And remember, when you're fussy cutting something out, move the image, not the scissors. So I've got that cut out. All right. So now I'm going to take the die and cut out my leaves, because I didn't put a lot of water on there, so they should be in dry enough to cut out now without messing them up. So let me cut these out. Okay, I've got my 3 leaves cut out, so I'm going to take my glue dots and I'm going to put them on my flower so that it's done and ready to go. I'll go ahead and put this one on there. Okay. All right. There's my flower. Now I need to take my pieces of white, and I used the Tasteful Textile embossing folder, and I'm going to emboss these. So I'm going to put these in here and get them embossed. And we'll finish with our card. All right, we have our pieces embossed, and then we're going to put them on 3 pieces of Blackberry Bliss. And I am going to use tear and tape because these are embossed. Okay, I was looking at it to see which side I wanted up. And I'm just going to put the tear and tape down each side. All right, I'm going to burnish my tape and I am going to put it on my panel. And there's just the slightest, I'm going to pull in this white so I can see it a little better. Just the slightest edge all the way around. It's like 1/8 of an inch. All right, there's one. There's 2. And there's the 3rd one. And we're ready to put our card together. All right. So I'm going to take my card base. I'm going to give myself a good crisp fold. This goes on next. All right. right, got that on. Now, to get your panels evenly spaced as much as possible, we're going to put the outside ones on first. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to move it to the side over here, and I'm going to give it, I'm going to center it top to bottom, but then just give it a little tiny bit of an edge here. And then I'm going to do the other side the same way. Just give it a little tiny edge. You want to try and match that one. Oh, I'll have to use my eraser on that. All right, that looks fairly close, like so. And then we're going to do the one in the middle. And to do the one in the middle, all you do is put your glue on and you make sure your top is even with the others, and that your spacing side to side is as close to being even as you can. And there you have it. Now this we're going to put on with dimensionals, and you're going to use a lot. So be prepared. I want to make sure it has plenty of support. So I'm adding quite a few on the back, like so. And then I'm going to take my pokey tool okay. And then this, I'm going to put down here in the corner, like so. I took the hello from, I think it came from Beauty Abounds, and I stamped it and embossed it with white. Then I'm going to take the classic label punch, and I'm going to put it in here. And I'm going to have it close to the end. And that's why this one is perfect for doing it. Of course, naturally it fell on the floor. Okay. Then you're going to reinsert this back in to the punch. Make sure it's even. And punch the other end, and that gives you the smaller version of that punch. I love it when I can take our punches and make smaller versions. And this is going to get a dimensional on the back, like so. All right. And I'm just going to add that up to the top. And then to highlight this a little bit, I'm going to use the chalk marker, and I'm just going to add some dots. I think I colored over that one and I didn't on this one. But you just want to have it so that you can see the center of it. And there's our card. And don't forget, do the inside and the envelope. And I did it the same way. I hope you've enjoyed my video today. The supplies that I used are listed in a link below. You can click on it and it'll take you to the shopping cart, and then you can pick and choose what you need to get. Have a great day.